winter braised chicken. Basically, I'm going to tell you all the stuff we got. It's great. I got some turkey bacon here. I also have some skinless, boneless chicken breasts. We have some excellent low salt gravy. Sage, fresh sage. You can get this in any produce section. Make sure you get some fresh sage. Every supermarket should have this now, fresh sage. If not, you can use dried or some parsley. I got a sweet onion, Vidalia onion. You can use a regular onion if you want. I got some white rose potatoes. Yukon Gold will work as well. And of course, I got butternut squash. You don't have any butternut squash, you can use a carrot, but butternut squash is going to cook a little bit faster than the carrot's going to be. And then you'll have some left over. You can always roast it in the oven for another dish. Alright, the first one, the butternut squash, is pretty simple. Take a peeler, just peel this way. It's going to be a little tough on the outside. You got to pull the peels like this, down, down, and so forth. Sometimes you can find butternut squash already cut in the supermarket, ready to go. If not, you got to do this because this skin is a little bit rough, and of course it's really hard to chew. So you got to do this first. And then if you're not going to do the whole butternut squash, you can always take a little bit off the end. All you're going to need about for 2 portions here is like this. Then we're going to cut down. Okay, cut down again. Pretty simple, right? Then we break them in and then cut them like half moon sizes. So this is kind of like a smaller or medium-sized butternut squash. There's other winter squashes or fall squashes you can use. This is probably the easiest one, and you can get this all year round in any supermarket pretty much all over. So there's our butternut squash ready to go. Next we're going to cut our potatoes. White rose or Yukon Gold. Cut them in half first. Now, the smaller you cut a potato, of course, the faster it's going to cook. So once again, we don't want to have really thick pieces because this is going to cook fast. There we go. Half moons again, but smaller shapes. Watch your finger. And you could also use the red bliss on this, but I like the white rose or the Yukon Gold because they are a waxy potato and they're going to hold up good when we're going to kind of like braise this with the gravy and the chicken. So there's our potato. Onion slice. I cut down along the lines, okay, parallel with the lines. Then of course do my half moons on this as well on my onions. Don't go too thick. I'm talking about a little less than 1/4 of an inch on our onions for this. So we'll be ready. All you're gonna need is like a half of one for 2 people because these are pretty sweet and nice savory flavor. There's our onion. Alright, we got a nice medium-sized saute pan here. I'm going to add some oil. I like to use safflower oil. You can use grapeseed oil. Don't use the heavy olive oil. Use like a neutral oil for this. Get our pan coated, basically about 3 tablespoons worth of oil here. Crank that up. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to have a little bit of our turkey bacon. We're going to add for a little bit of flavor. Break that in half. Okay, get that sizzling. We're going to get this sizzling and add a little bit of flavor to our pan first. And it's going to crisp up slightly. Alright, there's our turkey bacon, nice and crisped up. Take that out. We're going to leave our pan hot, and we're going to get ready to add in our chicken breast. Same oil, put in your chicken breast. Out of the package, there's your chicken breast. You can get the thin sliced ones and it'll cook even faster. I got the thick ones, but we're going to get these cranking. Pepper. Also some salt. There we go. These are going to cook at least, we got to get a light brown color, so it's going to take at least about 6 to 8 minutes on each side. Alright, we're going to flip over the other side. There we go, golden brown. Let those keep going. Alright, now once you've got this golden brown on both sides, move your chicken off to one side. We're going to add in our other stuff. We've got our onions. There's some onions. Not too many. Okay? Then you got your potatoes right next to that. Put in your potatoes. This is just enough for 2 portions. If you want to do for 4 or 6, you need a bigger pan. So, and then there's our squash on top of that. Make sure the skin's off, of course. This is enough for 2 portions here. This is like about a 12-inch size saute pan. Okay. Let that keep going. medium heat. Next we're going to add water. It's going to be a little less than halfway. Yeah, about halfway on there, on our water. What we're doing now is braising this. Alright, you want to cover this and let this cook for at least 15 minutes. Alright, about 15 minutes is done. We're going to add in some gravy. So there's your gravy in there. This is all braising. Nice moist cooking. Really about 2/3 of the way liquid what we're talking about. There's our gravy added. Okay. Then we're going to add our turkey bacon on top of our chicken. 2 or 3 slices of turkey bacon on top of the chicken. Let it keep going for at least 10 more minutes. We're almost there. When you're about 5 minutes away, getting close, then we're going to put in some leaves of sage. Now you can chop this sage, or you can put the leaves right in there. Great aromatics, give you some green. Goes really well with the bacon and the chicken. We're going to cut this up with our fork and knife. We're going to eat it, but I like to put the nice, fresh, large sage leaves in there. I love that aroma. So there we go. 5 minutes away, put those sage leaves on top, cover it again. Alright, let's check it out. Let's turn down our heat a little bit. What's going on? We got the turkey bacon in there. It's all cooking. Squash is nice and tender. Potatoes. Gravy's cooking down, getting a little bit thicker. That's what you want. Getting ready to serve it. Alright, let's serve this up. Nice hearty winter braised dish. This thing can cook while you're doing other stuff. Doesn't take that long. We're talking about half an hour, 40 minutes to cook. There's our sage leaves on the top, right? You're going to have your potatoes, some more sage leaves, some onions, okay, squash, alright. Then of course we've got to remember to ladle some of our sauce right on top, some of your gravy. So you put that gravy right on the top of your chicken, and this is so easy, okay. So there's our basic setup on that. Let's wipe that down a little bit. This is a great winter meal